So the other day I was on a phone call with a homegirl. We were just chatting, and then we're talking about sexuality, homosexuality, heterosexuality, and they're asking me if I'm like homosexual or bi or where I lay, and I'm like, oh no, hetero. But I was like, funny enough, I usually get that question from girls like, are you bi? And I'm like, oh no, it's probably just like, easy with my feminine side, and just chilling and having fun with the girlies and all of that stuff or whatnot. So then I wanted to say the LGBTQIA plus community, but I kept saying LGBTQT. And she's like, no, it's TQQT. And I was like, you know what? I would have made it QT just out of like QT, like, hey, QT, LGBTQT. I felt like I feel like the community missed a big moment there and everything. But we're talking about it and like how, being referred to as the alphabet community or whatnot is like kind of derogatory, or like offensive. I feel like more offensive because I was saying like I feel like one thing about being in part of culture, like when people all ask for acceptance, we want to be accepted as part of the regular people. And I guess as regular people, like people make jokes about every community, like just like even with hip hop we were called niggas. Now it's kind of like we live up to like Gilly nigga, like it's like, yeah, it's time for the nigga shit, kind of like you had to embrace the roasting or teasing in some way. It's like, because most jokes come at the expense of someone. Or I guess a lot of jokes are kind of like offensive. Even the jokes we tell on Twitter, the satire is kind of like, oh, it's offending someone. But it's like, we get the joke, I guess, from the perspective of where you're sitting. Do you feel right about this? Because you could make a joke about Palestine and Israelites and they could feel some type of way, but you feel justified because you're killing people, like you're being inhumane, maybe the joke is to kind of like humanize you guys a little bit. But yeah, so that's just the topics of jokes and community and how, joking makes you part of the community or not part of, it's a weird thing. But at the same time, it's like, as serious issues are happening, like with the gay Iman last week, Musin Hendricks, it's like, maybe now's not the time to joke. The jokes need to die out. We need to be serious talking about this. But yeah, that's just some pre-thoughts to the news. But let's get into this.